Hello, Frank here. So last week I promised that I would share how to create a banner, how to host that banner image for free. For those of you that want to create your own banners, but you don't own a hosting site or someplace to host that banner. So I am in Google Sheets, and Google Sheets is a free program. If you have the Chrome browser, you have Google Sheets. It works much like PowerPoint. If you're familiar with PowerPoint and never use Google Sheets, you can see the screen is very similar. So let's move this over and make the page a little bit bigger. And we're going to delete this off the page. Okay, so now we have a clean sheet, nothing on it. And what you want to do first is you want to resize the page here, or the palette, or whatever you want to call it. So you go to File and Page Setup. You want to change the setup to Custom, and you want to change it to Pixels, because the image that you create, all of the sites that host images for advertising, there are certain pixels. CryptoPros, for instance, we only host one size image, and that is a 468 by 60. So if you're creating an image to use for your banner ads at CryptoPros, you want to make those 468 by 60 and then hit apply. And you can now see that our page here has been resized to 468 by 60 pixels. You can get as creative as you want. We're going to try to keep this as simple as possible to keep the video as short as possible. So I want to change the background, and here you can actually add an image. You can put anything you want on here for your background. We're just going to choose a simple color. We'll just choose this light blue and say we're done. And again, you can add as many images as you want on this. You can do anything you want. It's kind of move it around. It's sort of what you see is what you get on each one of the pages here. And you're going to create certain, we're going to do, I think we're going to do 6 slides. We'll just do something as short as possible. I've had some banners I created where they're 20, 25 slides long. You can do anything you want here. Again, we're going to try to keep it as simple as possible for this presentation. Just kind of give you an idea of how to start and you just work with it and do whatever you want with it. So we're going to add an image. I downloaded an image of Bitcoin just to use on this. And let's see here, it should come up, images, and here it is, Bitcoin. Okay, so we're just going to kind of enlarge that, make it a little bigger, move it around, get it where we want it, and we'll put it right about there. That is good. So now let's add a text box. We're going to put a text box in here. Click in here, and we're going to say earn Bitcoin daily. A couple of exclamation marks or whatever there. So now you want to sort of here's just so you want to make this a little bit. We'll just kind of open it up here. That way we get it definitely centered. I'll make it top, bottom, and we'll just try to kind of center this between the sides there. And you want to make this horizontal on the page, right in the center. And we ought to make it bigger, a little more bold. We'll do that. Let's make it a little bigger font. And that's pretty big. Let's see if we can get that on the page. Maybe, maybe not. We got that on the page. And it looks fairly centered between here and here. We got about the same. So we're just going to leave that alone right now. Earn Bitcoin daily. Okay, now what I want to do, that's going to be our first slide. We're just going to add a duplicate slide. And I'll just kind of show you this. We're going to get rid of everything on the page. We're going to leave this. Here's what I typically do now. I'm going to put click here now. And we're going to make the words click here now a blink whenever we create the image. Okay, we're sort of centered there now. So let's change our text and say click here now. And we want to center that on this page. We'll come back up here and say center. And we got that. So we're just going to duplicate this 5 times. I told you we're going to make a 6 slides in this. We're going to make this as simple as possible for time's sake. Okay, so we've got 6 slides. We're going to go to every other one, and we're going to wipe out the text and just leave a blank page. And that's how we're going to make it click when we create the image. Okay, so now we have our simple 6 slide banner here, and we're going to put a title on it. We're going to call this test banner, and we're going to save it. And so that is part 1. In the next video I make here, we're going to show you a program called Tall Tweets, and it's where we're going to actually take these 6 slides and we're going to upload them into Tall Tweets, and we're going to create the 468 by 60 banner. And then in part 3, I'll show you a program called Imgur, which I use occasionally. I have my own hosting now in a couple places, but when I was hosting stuff for free and didn't have my own hosting several years ago, Imgur is a great place to host it, and it gives you the raw link that you need to use when you place your banners on all these ad income type platforms. So with that, I'm going to close this, and then we'll go into part 2, and I'll show you how to actually upload these slides into Tall Tweets and create your GIF banner.